For many years, there's been talk of a figure or of a being or a person that will come on the scene and bring world peace to the world or what have you, and make everything right. Dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Check every box. There's been talk about this figure or what have you, which will be the so-called Antichrist, which I like to say anti-Messiah. This will come on the scene and shake the world and will actually be the devil incarnate on earth. So, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think this figure? Who do you think this figure will be? Do you have any thoughts on this, or do you know who this figure will be? Do you have any ideas who this figure will be? I may have a pretty good idea. Throughout history, many people went on the record of saying that there would be a messianic figure that would come on the scene and bring world peace. And like the scriptures say, he would set up his throne in the temple of Israel, which they're building right now. The rebuilding of the temple, everything is Trump ushered in a lot of things about the rebuilding of the temple and how the Golden Heights was taken back over there. And they recognized, they set up the embassy, in the U.S. embassy, and over there in Israel and things like that. So it's definitely things, if you know the scriptures, you will see the things are definitely adding up, and the things are building blocks are being placed in place for this figure, this messianic figure, this Messiah figure to come on the scene. So with that being said, Nostradamus was one of the actual famous ones, to pretty much predict or have writings called the quatrains that pretty much said that this Messiah, this anti-Messiah or this Antichrist or whatever would be the third of three that actually came on the scene. And he actually said that the first one, like I said, his writing was called the quatrains. You can check that out. The quatrains of Nostradamus. And the first one was actually Napoleon. Napoleon was the actual first one. I also said that I heard that Nero Caesar was one of the first ones, but he's saying that these particular three that something came to him and told him these particular three were were pretty much these that would be three antichrists or whatever. The first one being Napoleon, the second one being Adolf Hitler, and the third one will be someone that even more powerful and even more destructive, even more evil than the first two. Now, everybody know Napoleon was evil, and and also Hitler, of course, as well. Hitler killed tens of millions of people, and Napoleon was not too far behind. And Hitler actually was Napoleon's. Actually looked up to Napoleon. So this third and final so-called Antichrist or whatever, anti-Messiah would Satan would choose or whatever, which would actually be possessed by Satan or what have you, and would be pretty much the worst one of all. So now a lot of people be saying different figures and things like that. He said this figure. Now there's an entity that came to him. The entity, of course, was I believe was Satan. Of course, came to him and showed him these things. Now, it's only two works. It's the works of Yahweh and it's the works of Satan. So at the end of the day, the works of the Most High, Nostradamus was not a prophet of, a prophet in the scriptures or what have you, or appointed prophet or appointed prophet in the scriptures. So so he had to be appointed prophet of Satan. So now it was a lot of with that being said, it was a lot of being talked, men saying that this this anti-Messiah would be actually Barack Obama. So we're gonna dive deep into why they saying this Barack Obama will be this anti-Messiah. So let's get right off into it. We can give a little breakdown of Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama II was born in Honolulu, Honolulu, Hawaii on August 4th, 1961. Obama's father, Barack Obama Sr., was born of Lu Entity in Niza, Providence, Kenya. All right, so his father was African. Obama Sr. grew up herding goats in Africa and eventually earned his scholarship that allowed him to leave Kenya and pursue dreams of going to college in Hawaii. Obama's mother, Ann Durham, was born on an army base in Wichita, Kansas. During World War II. After the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, Durham's father, Stanley, enlisted in the military and marched across Europe. So his mother was pretty much, with the J, start with a J or whatever, JEW, which is interesting. So his mother was a JEW, all right, and his father was African, all right. So he's pretty much an African JEW. So that's pretty interesting. We got to go back to these lineages, to the bloodline and things like that. And so let's get off into it. Barack Obama II was an American politician who served as the 44th president in the United States in 2009 to 2017. A member of the Democratic Party, Obama was the first African American president of the United States. All right. So let's now. We know that Obama got into office, and we really never heard of where Obama came from. He was an Illinois senator, and he pretty much blew up from there. I'm from Illinois. I never really heard of Barack Obama until he ran for president. As a U.S. senator, and I'm not saying you can't hear your senators. Most of the time, you hear you know who your senators are. The aldermen and stuff like that. That that could be questionable because the aldermen and stuff like that, they are pretty much behind the scenes or what have you. But the aldermen and stuff like that though, okay, we can say that. That's a given. Politicians such as the force like the senators and stuff like that, and of course the vice presidents and stuff. Well, that's getting the more into celebrity realm. But a lot of people know the governor, the senator, the mayor, senators, the mayor, and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so that's kind of strange within itself. But then nobody never really heard of Barack Obama or what have you, and nobody really heard of him being a senator, the U.S. senator of Illinois. Like I said, I'm from Illinois, and I really never heard of Barack Obama being the senator of Illinois. So now Michelle Obama, which is his wife, she's the first lady, Michelle Obama, Michelle LaVaughn Robinson. Obama is a lawyer and a writer. His wife of the 44th president, Barack Obama. She's the first African American first lady of the United States. Through her fourth main initiatives, she became a role model for women and advocate for healthy families, service members and their families' higher education, and international adolescent girls' education. So Michelle Obama, now we all heard rumors that Michelle Obama was actually playing a role of a woman. All right, so but I'm gonna get off into this without. I don't really want to say too much, about that whole community. So I'm gonna get off into what Joan Rivers said. Joan Rivers called President Obama gay, says First Lady is a trainee. Okay, Joan Rivers calls President Obama gay and says the First Lady is a trainee. All right. Mysteriously, after Joan Rivers said that, she went on record, as you heard, the video. So I'm gonna play the video clip here.
Very well, because I don't charge.
And do you think that the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just... Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
When Michelle's mad.
You know what my kids asked me? They said, you've got to ask the president, does anything scare him?
Well, when Michelle's mad.
So, as you heard the video clip, Joan Rivers said that, everybody knows that Barack Obama is pretty much the first gay president. He asked her, who would it be a first woman president or would it be a first gay president? She said, we already have a first gay president. Everybody know that Barack Obama is pretty much plays for the other team. And she said Michelle Obama is a trainee. And mysteriously, Joan Rivers comes up dead September 4th, 2014. All right. So she made that comment July 3rd, 2014. And she came up dead September 4th, 2014. So what do we have? July, August, September. All right, just 2 months after she made that comment, she mysteriously comes up dead. All right, that's really, and it's almost exactly 2 months. That's really the strange part about it too. It's almost actually 2 months exactly after she reportedly made these allegations. Allegedly saying that. Well, she's actually said it, but she was saying that it's alleged that Michelle Obama was actually, as they say, a transformer, whatever you want to call it. She was actually of the male gender, born of the male gender at first. Okay, so very, very strange. It's very, very strange, and it's very interesting as well. Okay, so Michelle Obama reveals now. Everybody's saying that. Okay, how do they have children? How do they have Sasha and Malia Obama? And so and if she's a quote unquote play for other team, whatever. She's born of the male gender at first. So I do got a kind of I researched that as well. I got a kind of an answer for that as well. So Michelle Obama reveals Malia and Sasha were conceived through IVF after miscarriage, okay, in vitro, okay, that's IVF, and those who know those, and that's in vitro fertilization, okay. So they said that basically both the children were conceived through in vitro fertilization. That doesn't mean that it had to be in vitro with her. It could have been in vitro with an actual woman, and women do it all the time. Kim Kardashian got someone to carry her pretty much her babies, and she got someone to carry her babies, and Kim Kardashian was not pregnant or whatever. Kim Kardashian didn't want to deal with the pregnancy and the big belly and all that stuff, so she got somebody to give in vitro, and she had a surrogate mother to carry her baby. So why Michelle Obama can have a surrogate mother? It might be funny once again. Why would this lady turn up dead? Quote unquote, from a overdose? From malpractice, what have you? Excuse me, not overdose. Malpractice. That life saying overdose as well, but she actually died of malpractice, just like Kanye West's mother, of malpractice, what have you, medical practice. So that's ironic that this lady would come up dead 2 months after she claims that the first lady, the so-called first lady, was actually of the male gender at first, was born of the male gender, and actually says Michelle Obama actually had in vitro for Sasha and Malia, and they said supposedly had miscarriage, and she had multiple miscarriages, and she had in vitro or whatever. So in vitro can mean that somebody else could carry the eggs. Somebody else, she had obviously had a surrogate mother. So so that's actually really, really interesting. She had a surrogate mother. So, and like I said, he's a U.S. senator. And like nobody knows the Senate. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of weird stuff that's going on with Barack Obama, and that we will get off into part 2 about this, because I don't want to stretch this out too long. I will actually be making a part 2 about Barack Obama being the anti-Messiah. So join us in part 2 as we embark on part 2 of Barack Obama, actually going off into Barack Obama. Why would he be the anti-Messiah, and why is he pretty much people labeling him as an anti-Messiah? And we're gonna have proof that that the media are gearing him up, because everybody know he was the media's man, and if the media is on your side, then the elite is on your side. So if he's the media's man, then he's the elite's man. Okay, all right. Him and Trump beef was a fake, false beef, just like Trump and Hillary Clinton. That was a false beef. They was all going to the lodges, to the Masonic meetings, and meeting up with the Catholic Vatican and all that stuff. So that's another video for another time. But join us in part 2 as we get off into the evidence why Barack Obama could possibly be this man up, saying that this man, the man of the hour, as they speak, this anti-Messiah, this demonic anti-Messiah, this world leader figure that will come on the scene and cause world destruction, world peace, and then world destruction. All right, you guys join us in the next one. Peace.